How's everybody doing? This is a new thing I thought I'd try doing. Uh, Me and a buddy of mine, we're going to start calling this the Friday Night Breakdown after the ball games. Just our opinion on the Giles football game, what happened. This will be kind of short tonight, just kind of a little trial. He's not in this video yet. He's a little nervous about doing one, so he's going to practice a little bit. But as far as the Nares and Giles game, you seen the score. It was a heck of a ball game. I was just getting some of the Giles stuff. Giles pretty much dominated the game on the ground. Nares could not stop Giles running the football. Giles stopped Giles on basically two crucial drives. I believe we fumbled once, and I know there's a huge holding penalty in the game around the 7 or 8 yard line that pushed the ball back and kept us from scoring. I'm certain we would have scored and went up by 2 scores, and I think that had been the ball game. So I think if we ever got by 2 scores, I don't think Nares would have come back to win this ball game. I know people are always criticizing Jeff and the coaching staff for play calling. If you didn't go to the game, or if you was at the game, I don't really see how you can criticize the play calling tonight. I thought the play calling was excellent, really. All in all, if you really look at it, I mean, we ran a lot of plays to the left, a lot of plays to the right. We ran up the middle. We passed the ball. We just had some penalties that cost us, really. I mean, we beat ourselves. And we've got to improve on the aspect of the game, beating ourselves. We still need to work on our passing game. It needs to improve. It's getting better, I think. I think, in my opinion, these are all will be our opinions, of course. I think we should still pass the ball 4, 5, 6 times a game. That would help Ratcliffe or whoever's passing the ball get in a rhythm of how hard to throw the ball, how much air to put on the ball. Get him used to the feel for passing the ball, and in critical situations he'd feel very comfortable passing the ball. In my opinion, I think it really helped, and I think that's something they should explore. But our pass game, I think, has gotten better. I think Jeff should really make sure he works continuously on the short passing game. Let the guys catch it and let them get the yards. The long pass game has its time and place. It's just hard for it to work in high school football unless you have just special people. It's just hard. It's just really hard. Especially, I think, the lower levels you get to, you just don't have the depth and the talent on average. Our blocking, I think, needs to get to more where they stay on their blocks and stay on them longer. It seems like they come off their blocks a bit too quick. And offensive-wise, at least, offense and defense, there needs to be an attitude. I'm not saying you need to be a jackass, but when you're on that football field, you got an attitude and you got to be mean. You may think, what's odd coming from a Christian man? Well, I played ball too, but you've got to have a ferociousness on the football field, because this will be coming after you. Now, I don't mean you got to be a jerk when the game's over. You be a man, and you be a good man, and put that quote unquote meanness, I guess, behind you. But we need that toughness, and we need that meanness, especially from offensive linemen, in my opinion. You got to have a little bit of nastiness about you. You don't let people push you around. You don't. Our defense, they couldn't run the ball. I think our run defense is pretty good. I know number 4. I don't know the kids' names really that well. I can kind of think of them in my head at times. But number 4, he was he was getting after it tonight on defense and ran the ball good on offense. The one problem I think I see on defense especially is our defensive backs and the fact that they tend to get caught. What seems like I've noticed is looking in the backfield. I think it's more habit than anything. I know tonight on one touchdown pass late, the DB was looking in the backfield, and by the time he realized what was happening, the receiver was 3 or 4 yards ahead of him. By the time he got caught up, it was too late and there was a touchdown. It happens. It happens to, pros, college. It just happens. But I think that's something, and it may be addressed every day. I don't know. I'm not up there. But I think that's something that needs to continuously be addressed, is make sure the defensive backs, and I think you guys would watch this, you need to trust your front seven, your linemen and your linebackers, to do their job. You stay with your job. You stay with your receivers, and you cover them. You let the guys, hey, if they break that front barrier, you let them linebackers behind you run, or whatever your key is to turn around and know it's break. Until then, you stay with your wide receivers. You can put a hand on them so you can feel them. Just don't grab them. Then turn around or whatever. But, you just quit looking in the backfield. Don't get caught, because that's when you get a step behind and you're getting burnt. But there's just little mistakes really tonight. There was just little mistakes that cost us. There was a lot of holding penalties that really broke our back. And it's just hard when you're not a great passing team and you rely on the run. And we were getting good chunks of run. I mean, we were getting 4 and 5 yards a carry. But you get them holding penalties, and they eat you up. And they kind of caught us. They caught up with us. But that's a little bit on that side. And I'm going to say a little bit, like I said, on about Naras. I don't think Naras has personally a whole lot. I think the Krieger boy wouldn't hurt this year. They would be really a powerhouse. I think Naras' quarterback getting hurt tonight. I think a lot of us thought that's going to be great, because then he can't be passing to the Pruitt kid. But then the Pruitt kid come in as quarterback. Now, I didn't think Pruitt kid was very good as far as throwing a short pass. But I'm going to tell you, he could throw one heck of a long pass. It was pretty. It was pretty. And I'm going to tell you, the Pruitt kid is as advertised. The kid is a ball player. That kid is a ball player. He's very good athlete. He's tough to bring down. Times he did get to catch. I watched him, he could catch good. I mean, they relied on him to tackle basically one whole side, and he did a pretty good job. But they dropped back and ran that quarterback draw and left it to him. He was the weapon. It was a one-man show, and he got it done. But he put the ball, when the guys were open, on deep passes where it needed to be, and it was a great job. I'm not going to take anything away from them. They did a great job, and they did what they had to do to win the ball game. And congrats to them. The last play, kind of a Hail Mary type throw. I can't say I couldn't see it. I went on the nearest sideline near the end zone, but it looked like the guy did catch the ball. The kid did catch the ball, but like when he finally controlled it, he was laying out of bounds. But I don't know. That's what it looked like. But the ref said he was in. And, hey, they gave him a touchdown, so he was in. I'm not going to make excuses for it. It is what it is. Then there was one awful call on a roughing, unnecessary roughness out of bounds on us late in the game. And it was just an awful call. It was no unnecessary roughness that was out of bounds or anything. It was right on the sideline. It's just an awful call. For the most part, I don't think the refs called an awful game. There were some calls, tacky calls I wonder about. I can't say the ones that are on the narrow sideline because I couldn't see them, so I can't really comment on those, if they were legit or not. There was some on our sideline that was good calls that Naras probably thought weren't, and there were some that weren't. and play the same way on the other side. But overall, a well-coached game by Giles, in my opinion. I mean, I thought he did. The coaching staff did a really well-coached, good job of coaching the game. Just the things that hurt us the most, like I said, were penalties. Penalties put us behind the 8 ball. Our defensive backs hurt us, looking in the backfield, and the Pruitt kid, just not being able to stop the Pruitt kid. I mean, that was really it. These are just honest opinions. This is nothing to beat down any kid whatsoever or any certain thing. I'm just telling you what it is, and these are just things that can be fixed. So kids don't. It's upsetting. Be upset. I know I hate for you seniors to lose. To lose to Nares. But it's a learning experience. There's a long season left. And I don't know Pruitt's first kid's name, but if you had to watch his or his family, hey, congratulations. You're a heck of a ball player. You really are. You're a stud. You're a stud. But keep your head up. You guys keep your head up. You could play Nares again. There's a good chance you could play Nares in the playoffs. Do what you got to do. Win as many as you can going forward. Maybe you went out. There's a couple games ahead. It's going to be tough. But it's one at a time. You got a tough game next week. Come out and win it. But just hang in there. And, Jeff and the coaching staff, that's what you need to tell those kids. You still have a chance to, especially you seniors, to play Nares again. You have a really good chance to play them again in the playoffs. But do what you have to do. Work your tail ends off. Get back. Correct the mistakes. Little mistakes, really. Correct them. And get after it. Get after it. And one other thing I would do, in my opinion, I would incorporate some screen passes every now and then. I think it really backs the defense at all. Maybe not tonight as much, but going forward, my opinion. But that's just to break down a little bit of tonight of what happened. I think why Giles lost, like I said, it was a one-man show from Nares. It really what happened. He was running out of the pocket. Good job of doing that. Tough to bring down. Beautiful touch on long passes. I mean, even when they were covered a lot of long passes. He put them there. But there was a few there, a touchdown or two, I think maybe, it looked like to me anyway, and I've seen it over the year also so far, that, the guys get caught looking in the backfield. And I think it's just coaching and teaching and working with the kids some more. Teach them, hey, you need to trust your front 7 or 8 or whatever it may be, or defense running at a time. You got to trust him. You stay with your guy. You keep your eye on your guy, and that's all you need to worry about. Don't look in the backfield. You just concentrate on that, and I think we'll be all right. It's still a long season. We can still finish 8-2, 7-3, whatever. You're still a long season. Jeff need to let the kids know that they still have a chance to play this team again, and I think next time we'll beat this team we play in the playoffs. But Nares, congratulations. You played a well of a game tonight, and you got the job done. And that's all that matters. You did what you had to do to get done. Good luck on the rest of the season, and I hope we meet you again. And so right now, like I said, this is going to be called Friday Night Breakdown. I'll be having a partner here. Just Houston feels comfortable doing this, and we'll both be sharing our opinions. If you like it and would like to keep on seeing us do this, give it a like, give it a comment. But I hope you enjoy it, and I said we'll clean it up a little bit as we go. If you like it and want me to keep doing it, or keep us keep doing it, just give us a comment. Let me know to keep on doing it. But have a good night, and see you next week.